Peace, peace, beautiful people. It is I, your friendly neighborhood Ema X, back with our weekend vibe guide, aka a little riff, because reading is effing fundamental. It really is. And the state of the world should show you that, and also the fact that AI is apparently melting people's brains should also help us to understand why at any given moment reading is still very important. Usually, sometimes I get song downloads for the day, but today I'm getting a poetry download, and it's going to be Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. I know we all are like at a baseline familiar with the poem, but if you haven't read it recently, I would suggest just going back, taking a second and rereading it, and seeing what you can glean from it, because it was soul food for me this morning, so hopefully it can be the same for you. But as you see, we are smudging, getting the energy right around here, anointing it for the space of ritual so that we can have this time together for each other. Forgether. I might start using that. Forgether. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and hit our 528 hertz tuning fork. One thing that I love about sound is that it is one of the things that does not need your conscious permission to change your energy. That is why you can be listening to a song and it can have a really strong emotional tie, and you will end up feeling ways without your conscious mind deciding to. So that is why sound healing is so important, as far as realigning us even when our conscious mind is in turmoil. But we're going to go ahead. Most high ancestors, angels, spirit guides of our collective, what message do you have for us today as we step into this Saturday and Sunday? Flamingo spirit, embrace the in-between. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do a moonology pool. Most high, what do you got for us? What do you got for us? And I hope everybody has some fun weekend plans. And everybody's definition of fun ranges, you know. Full moon in Aquarius, be real. And we'll do one more. We'll do a nice little 3-card guy. Thank you all for your patience as we shuffle. Let me know if you guys would prefer me to do pre-shuffles. I think there's something fun about seeing the things pop out in real time. But I also understand, you know, not everybody wants to be sitting here throughout these messages. Okay, so we have Flamingo Spirit, embrace the in-between, be real, and the Wiccan Law. It's called the Wiccan Read. And this came out actually like last week. I don't think I gave it. Okay, so by the Wiccan Law ye must. In perfect love, in perfect trust, 8 words the Wiccan Read fulfill. Ye harm none, do as ye will. Ever mind the rule of 3. What ye send out comes back to thee. Follow this with mind and hearts. Merry ye meet and merry ye part. Okay. All right. So, in terms of embracing the in-between, there is a liminal space. What do they say in there's this Peter Pan, there's a famous line in the Hook version, Julia Roberts, Tinkerbell says it, and she's like something about in the space between waking and dreaming, and that's like where they'll always be, and apparently that's where Neverland is. So anyway, there's something to be said for the in-between spaces, you know, the chrysalis time, because, you know, the butterfly has an experience as a caterpillar, and the butterfly evolves into the butterfly. But then it also has this in between time where it is in the chrysalis. And it's important to be real with ourselves while we are in the in between, because it can feel like unnecessary waiting. It can feel like protracted patience. It can feel like waiting with nothing to do, but that usually means that we are not making the most of the time period that we have. If we are, then we will find that there are things to do in the in-between. And we are a society that is very focused on destination at this point. It's very much focused on accomplishments and checking things off of boxes. But that doesn't really give us time to appreciate or be grateful for the time that it takes for things to happen and to come into fruition. Rome was not built in a day, you know. Amazon was a little, I remember, anybody remember in the early 2000s when Amazon was just like, hey, it was basically like eBay. And it was like, hey, you want to sell your textbooks through us? Because, like, you know what I'm saying? We'll help you with that. And now it's like every aspect of your life is Jeff Bezos. And who could have known? Who could have known 20 years ago? No one knew. No one knew. And so there's something to be said for embracing the time, embracing the journey, and making the most of the journey. Every, you know, movie that you like, you know, as much as The Hobbit is about, and, you know, it's not The Hobbit, well, even The Hobbit, as much as The Hobbit is about them getting to the dragon, as much as any epic tale is about getting to the definition and vanquishing the foe and all of those things, it is also about the friends you make along the way, the lessons you learn, because a lot of the lessons you learn along the way are the things that give you the strength and the fortitude to face obstacles at the end of the journey that you couldn't have even foreseen at the beginning. So what I'm taking from this is that as we are moving forward and we are being real with ourselves, we want to make sure that we are balanced. This is apparently the Wiccan credo, which is essentially the rules for them. And it's not saying you have to follow society's rules, because the Wiccan rules are definitely not society's rules. They're definitely not biblical rules, but you should have your own internal moral guiding system built on ancestral beliefs, built on your personal polarity of right and wrong, because it's what's right and wrong for you, because everybody is different. Now, I feel as though there are some things that are, you know, we have universal harms. Like, you know, one of the things on here, it says, do no harm, which is essentially, you know, what doctors say. And that should normally be the line, but you want to make sure that you have a guiding principle, because when you come out of the in-between, are you going to still be operating on the system that you came into it with? Because it wasn't even serving you for the beginning of your journey. So it is important as we go through the journey that we allow for our definitions to expand. We allow for our minds to expand and to take in new information and to not just be stuck. Aquarius energy is very much about expansive mindedness. It's very much about the alien, the weird thing, exploring things that are new. So in the in-between time, take some time to explore, take some time to learn and have fun, and work on ways to be the best of yourself, so that when you come out of the chrysalis, your wings are exactly the shape that you want, and, you know, they're hitting with, popping with the colors that you like. Yeah. So that has been this week's weekend read. So as we are going in, you know, we're going to be showing off our flamingo energy, one leg up, very sassy, and just embracing the chill, embracing the restfulness. Be well, be blessed, be naturally you. Love y'all.